Image quality. It's really essential. I mean, after storytelling, image quality is what gets that story out and gets people's attention. Hey folks, Moose here. I want to talk about image quality. Now you might be looking at this image, you might be saying, no, why did Moose select this image to talk about image quality? Well, until you actually see a little bit of scale, me, against this, okay, you don't understand that this is a one big ass print. I mean, it's huge. Now, during our Warbird premiere, I talked about how the owner of this plane was going to make a 28-foot across. And there's the longest edge, a 28-foot print from one file. That seems huge. That was the biggest print I've ever had made. Well, this is a small one covering up my garage, and this is only 12 foot. 12 foot from there to there, 8 foot down. This is one big ass print made from, technically, a small megapixel camera. Now the D4S is my primary camera. I've been using it since it first came out, and I depend on it because it delivers huge results. But getting back to this thing called image quality, some people, a lot of them, have kind of got this idea that big quality depends lots of megapixels. It doesn't. Big quality depends on you, the photographer. Now, I've talked about this a lot in my blog and my books, a thing I call craftsmanship. Why I work so hard when I go click to get everything right when I go click. Now, what is those things that I think are important? What was drummed in my head from the very beginning, long before digital, to get image quality? Camera body, like the D4S. Lens selection, the right lens to tell the story. Exposure, f-stop, shutter speed. White balance, and in this case, proper hand holding and long lens technique, as well as panning to capture the motion of this plane coming at me. All those things wrap up, along with your head and your heart, to get the big image quality. Now, the image quality starts and stops when you go click. Now, in post, you can maintain that quality or you can destroy it, but it starts and stops when you go click. So these big ass prints, this image quality, you have to understand it comes with a thing called craftsmanship and pride in that craftsmanship when you go click. There's a lot of my website, a lot of my YouTube channel talking about this, but I want to kind of dramatically show you very simply what I'm talking about when it comes to image quality. Because when you can have an image 12 foot or in that big hanger, a 28 foot across print made from one image from a D4S, using all these basics, you know that image quality doesn't come from big megapixels. It comes from a big heart and a head wrapping around that craftsmanship, because when you go click, that's where it starts and that's when it stops.